Hers, band's crash caused by wrong way driver.
Things were going really well for them, and they were lovely, lovely men. I only met them the once, but they were a brilliant band, and I think everybody who saw them and listened to them and were a fan of Hers have realised that. Once you'd heard them, they felt like they belonged to you because they were special, they were different. They interacted with the audience, they connected with an audience, and I think the outpouring of grief from Hers fans says it all really, and that they were really sweet friends who made really sweet music that really stood out. And I'm sure they would have gone on to have had a successful, really rewarding career doing what they were doing, because they loved playing live and they loved making music.
The crash that killed both members of British band Hers and their tour manager was caused by a wrong-way driver, according to US authorities. Stephen Fitzpatrick, 24, and Aude Dunlending, 25, died in the collision in Arizona while traveling to a gig in California on Wednesday. Officials in Arizona said a Nissan pickup had been traveling eastbound on the westbound lane of Interstate 10 before hitting the duo's Ford van. There were no survivors. The band, whose members met as students at the Liverpool Institute of Performing Arts, LIPA, were driving about 350 miles from a performance in Phoenix, Arizona to Santa Ana in California. In a statement, the Arizona Department of Public Safety said the crash happened at about 1 o'clock, shortly after it first received reports of the wrong-way driver. The band's tour manager, 37-year-old Trevor Engelbrechtson, from Minneapolis, had been driving their van, the department said. The other driver was named as Francisco Edward Riebler, 64, of Morita, California. Both vehicles were engulfed in flames, the department said. There was no roadway evidence to indicate braking by either vehicle prior to impact. An alcoholic beverage container was located in the debris field. Officials confirmed Mr. Fitzpatrick, from Barrow-in-Furness, Cumbria, and Mr. Lund, from Norway, were among the deceased. The duo's record label Heist or Hit described them as one of the UK's most loved up-and-coming bands. They recently released a debut album and were featured by BBC Introducing. On Monday, before the crash, the band posted on Facebook, "It's almost home time for the lads. US tour has gone swimmingly so far. Got a hot sunset date with the Grand Canyon tonight." Their label, Heist or Hit, said they had been playing 19 shows on their second tour of North America, having released their debut album Invitation to Hers last year. They were in America playing to thousands of adoring fans. Fans they made a point of meeting and spending time with, such was their passion and humbleness. The world was at their feet, the label said. Earlier this month, Hers were filmed by BBC Introducing playing an acoustic performance during the South by Southwest Festival in Austin, Texas. BBC Introducing presenter Hugh Stevens said the band were excellent, funny and clearly loving playing to an American audience. In their interview they spoke about their enduring friendship on tour, how Liverpool had adopted them as they'd moved there from Barrow-in-Furness in Norway respectively, and their excitement about the future, he said.